Hey everyone, hope you're doing great today. Welcome to Fact or Fiction.
Fact or fiction?
Woo! Sorry we're a bit late. We were kind of rushing around today, but uh, life is life. You can't always have things down to the last minute. So my name is Marie Mejia,
And I'm David Pataki.
and we are the co-founders of Your Financial Success Matrix, where we fill the gap between being simply CRA compliant and building a profitable business. So, today for Fact or Fiction, the question is, or I guess the statement is, clients purchase solely on price. And it is,
False.
it is fiction.
Or fiction, false. Yeah, right. Fact or fiction.
Potato,
I know
potato.
that's what we're talking about here, but yeah, true or false, fact or fiction. Yes, that is definitely fiction. It may seem like it, and the main reason that it seems like everyone buys on price is because small businesses have a horrible time on relaying what their value is or what their value proposition of their product or service. So all they think is price is the only way to do it. So they look around across the market and say, okay, what's the price? And then they start going, well, if that person is at $150, then we have to be within that by a couple percent, or we're never going to gain any business.
Yeah, something else I noticed when I've had a couple of businesses now, when I first started my first business, is the imposter syndrome. I felt like, okay, I just started my business, I just got into the accounting field, I can't charge hundreds of dollars that, the CPAs I used to work for charge. I can't do that. My knowledge is just fresh out of university, I can't charge those prices. But the imposter syndrome does go away after a while, and you know the knowledge that you have. If you got higher education like I did, you're worth that amount. You have the same knowledge that they do, maybe not the same experience. You'll have different experience. You'll know some things that they don't know. The same goes with any field, really. If you have the passion for something, you'll have gotten the education for it as well.
Yeah, and just to build on that, the imposter syndrome, or even just, you know, am I qualified to do what I'm doing? Like a lot of the times, once you acquire the skills and the knowledge over time, like because it's not a big dump in your brain, and all of a sudden you go, "Oh, okay, yes, I know this much more. Education and skills that you learn are an accumulative thing. Right? And by the time you get to be at a level where you're competent, you're professional, you're able to do what it is that you do, you don't realize that you actually know a lot more than most people do. Like I find that time and time again because it's so common knowledge and so easily recalled for me. I go, well, if I know this, then everybody should know it. But that's not really the case.
So, bringing it back to price, say, okay, so for example, Walmart, they sell lots of different types of soaps. They sell their own brand, they sell, the high brand as well, and you're like, okay, I want to get into soap industry because, I like making my own homemade soap and I have eczema, so I can create soaps that's just specific for me. That knowledge that you have and that understanding of, okay, only like this combination of materials works well for this type of people, that knowledge is very valuable. So Walmart's selling their soaps for like $2 a bar. Well, you can sell it for more because of that knowledge and that passion that you have, that understanding of different people's circumstances.
Right, and the other, I mean, there's a lot of other factors that can consider in there when it comes to Walmart because, because of the size they are, but also their business model is 100% different than most businesses' business model, just because they are very hard on their vendors as well. So, so you do need to, basically, it is a commodity business. I know you brought up that, but the analogy is there though. Like you got to think about, okay, so what do I know? What am I bringing to the table? I need to charge fair market value. And that's what you got to think of about too. Don't think, oh, I could never charge $50 an hour or whatever it is. But if what you're doing, the value is $50 an hour, then you need to charge $50 an hour. If you're charging $25 an hour or $30 an hour, we're obviously talking to service-based at this point, then you're actually doing yourself and your industry a disservice. You know, you got to think of all the overheads that are in there as well, right? Like there's, you know, you need to have your insurance. You've got, you know, there's bank fees, there's transportation, there's internet, there's communications. There's a lot of stuff out there that you have to factor into your price and not just say, oh, I'm okay with making $25 an hour.
Yeah, on that, we might charge $25 an hour, but you know, as David said, there's lots of overhead fees or fixed fees if you have a location, you know. What's the price of that rent? What's the price of utilities every single month? That's not going to change depending on how much service you give or how many products you sell. That's the same every single month. So you have to make sure that no matter how many products you sell, that you're selling enough and that it's priced at high enough to be able to cover those fixed expenses.
Yeah, I know we sort of got a little bit off topic here, but we get back to the price, okay? You know, let's take the landscaper or the lawn cutting people, right? So what, you know, company A charges $150 per week, and company B charges $225. So right off the bat, you go, well, if it's apples to apples, I'm definitely going to pay $150 a week as opposed to $225. If it's just straight up apples to apples. But when you can start including other products or services into sort of a bundled service, then that $225 could look a lot more favorable, because if you get window washing in there, if you get some tree trimming in there, and just for fun, they weed the garden. So you've got windows are washed, trees are trimmed, your garden is weeded, and it's for $225. And that value could be a $275 value, but because they're already there, the manpower's already there, and they work it in, they charge $225, but they do all these other services. So now you're more than willing to pay the $225 because they're doing this extra value for you.
Yeah, in combination with that, like maybe you don't personally have that manpower to do all those things. That's when you know, network with other people. When you do joint ventures with other businesses, maybe you're the guy with the lawn mowers, either the push mower or the ride mower, but you might
Or
have
girl.
or girl, anybody, and you have. Like for me, I've got siblings, I've got relatives, or I've got friends who have that experience with the weeding and the tree cutting, you know, combined with them, be like, hey, do you either, you know, bring them into your business and offer that bundle, or you can be like, oh, you have your own business, you do this, well, let's team up together, let's make an offer to potential clients saying, hey, we're going to come together and we're going to offer you this. And it's going to cost less than if you got it separately.
Right. So, and then you set up a revenue share agreement with that person if it's a joint venture. And it doesn't have to be anything formal, like formal. You know, if it's an informal, you both do it. You agree on who's going to take the main payment, and then the other business invoice is the other invoice. Keep it all legit, right? We want to keep the book straight.
Keep it above board.
Above board, and not just simply CRA compliant,
No.
but profitable. And that's what we're here for. We're like part of what our Facebook Lives are, and the fact and fictions that we're trying to do. We want to bring value to the everyday entrepreneur. You're looking for resources, you're looking for opportunities to learn, and that's what we're here for. So please join us, you know, every Thursday at 1 p.m. Okay, today was 1:05, but you know what? Most times exactly 1 p.m. on Thursdays. You know, if you have any questions that you would like us to address or talk about, please send us a message somehow, whether you comment on the video below or direct message either Maria or myself or your financial success matrix, whatever it is that you want. Just reach out to us and we will answer you, usually on the video, but we could also answer you if it's a conversation that we need to do, then we could do that.
Yep. And if you've missed the Facebook Live, that's fine. You can find the replays on our Facebook page. Just go to the video sections. Or if you are, a lover of YouTube, such as myself, you can go to Your Financial Success Matrix on YouTube and the replays will be there as well. And, share this video with those people that you know who might need just a little bit of extra information to help them grow their business. We're not here just for you, but for everyone else who is either in business or even just thinking about going into business. Because you do have to be thinking of this stuff before you start advertising your business out there. Because if you don't price right or even close to being right when you first start, your business is just gonna tank much quicker than if you thought it out about the pricing.
Yeah, 100%. Like you can, it is very, very difficult to raise prices. So if you don't have that price set properly in the first place, then it's going to be, I mean, yes, if you acquire new clients and so on, you can increase the prices that way. But if you're at $2 and you realize you need to be at $4 on that product, and then your regular customers are going to go, well, that's a 100% increase. I can't. That's no good. But you could always go, if you're at 400 or $4 and it's not quite where it should be, and if you go down to 350, guess what? Your customer's going to be way happier than if you go from $2 to $4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, this is episode number 4.
4.
This is exciting.
I lost track.
4 weeks in a row. This is awesome. I'm really enjoying my time here. How about you, Maria? Are you enjoying this time?
I'm enjoying it as much as I can, I guess.
As much as you can.
Just kidding.
Oh.
I really love sharing my knowledge, and I love working with David here. He's a wealth. He is a fountain of knowledge, and I try and mix mine with him. So it is, so great just being able to reach so many people.
100%. Yeah, Maria. I do have a few years on Maria, so I do have some more opportunities to learn over the years. But Maria brings a lot to the table, and I'm very grateful for all the finance knowledge, bookkeeping, and tax information that she brings to the table. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for watching. And as we've said, if you have questions or comments, just put them in the comments, email them to us, send us a DM on Facebook or anything. We will get back to you either personally through those messages or through here on our Facebook Lives. And if you have any other questions, let us know.
Oh, actually, just a quick little preview. We are going to be, we are launching a podcast in the next week or two. So we'll go a little bit deeper than we do on these videos. So just look for that and share or like our video, and that would be awesome.
You are all amazing, and go and grow those businesses. We'll see you next time.
Take care.